channel. If you haven't already, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. All my social media will be on the screen and linked in the description. As you can see by the title, today I'm going to be doing my pet peeves video. I got inspired by something I seen on Snapchat that bothered me, so I was like, why not, like, you know. So yeah, I wrote down some things that I thought triggered me or bothered me or just made no sense to me whatsoever. So we're just gonna get right into the video. The first thing I have that bothers me is when people snack their food, or like when people snack when they eat. Like, I hate when people do it on purpose to be funny. Like, I don't know if you thought you was funny, but it's not cute at all. And then I hate when people do it with food that's not crunchy. Like, let's say if you do it with like a muffin or something, like if you make noise when you eat something soft, please reevaluate everything, because what was the reason? Like, it's not even crunchy. Like, if it's something crunchy, I understand, like everybody crunches, but with something that has no sound, like how do you even manage? And I hate when people like breathe heavy, like when they eat. Like, your only exception is if you're sick and you can't breathe through your nose. Besides that, you're breathing fine. Why are you breathing that heavy when you eat? And then when people do it all the time, it's just like, it's a turn off, honestly. The next thing is where people post everything on social media. This is the exact thing that triggered me and the exact thing why I made this video. So first, for example, I hate when people be like, I'm putting my phone on D&D, or nobody texts me, I'm upset right now. Like, first of all, disclaimer, I used to do this around like 6th grade, maybe beginning of 7th, but I for sure stopped. Yeah, I hate when people just put everything on social media. Like, you don't have to put your whole business out on social media, and especially when you put your business out on social media and then expect people not to be in it or not have like a say in it. I mean, people should mind their business regardless, but still, like, if you post your stuff on social media, don't expect people to not talk about it, or, you know, stuff like that. Like, you putting it out there for people to see. So, and like, yeah, I just hate when people put their stuff on social media. And then I recently saw this. There was this one person who literally explained the whole situation on social media just to show that they was not gonna be on Snapchat. Nobody cares. If they really wanted to text you that bad, they would text you on the side themselves, be like, oh, like, how come you're not posting, or like, you know, like, and you don't need to put your business out there. Like, it's not that serious. Like, it triggers me so bad. Like, I don't know why, but yeah. The last thing about social media, it's not really related to posting everything, but like, for some reason, I hate when people post themselves singing, but they don't know the lyrics. Like, it looks like you're singing a whole different song. Like, it's so weird to me. Like, if I post myself lip singing something, like, I literally would go back and re-sing the whole song just to make sure I know the lyrics. Like, it's just so weird to me if you don't know the lyrics. Like, it just is so wrong. The third thing I don't like is hypocrites. Like, I hate when people say one thing or say they're gonna do one thing and then they do a whole other, or like, they do something, but when somebody else do it, it's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you being a hypocrite for? Like, you're doing the same thing that you complaining about. Like, make it make sense, honestly. And then I hate when, yeah, kind of the same thing. Like, I hate when people like tell other people to do something, or tell other people to act a certain way, but you act the whole opposite way. Or like, y'all know what I'm trying to say, honestly. The last disclaimer about the hypocrite stuff, I'm not even gonna cap. Like, I be a hypocrite like once in a blue moon, but like, people who do it all the time, it's just on a whole different level. Like, nobody's perfect. Like, you're obviously gonna complain about one thing and then do it, whatever, but like, just people who do it all the time. Like, next thing I honestly hate is people who don't mind their business. I'm a person, I genuinely feel that like, I wouldn't know anything unless people come bring it to me. I'm not a person who like goes be like, oh, what happened with you, or like, what happened to this, or like, genuinely want to be in the mix. Like, I don't care. Like, a lot of the times I don't be kept up with anything that happens because I don't care. I genuinely don't care. And like, if you bring it to me, I'll listen, but like, still, like, I just hate genuinely wanting to be in people's business. No. Like, I hate when people are like blatantly nosy to the point where they don't care to hide it. Like, for example, all up in people's phones or all up in people's conversations, especially when you have the audacity to have an opinion on something that has nothing to do with you. Let's say, for example, me and my friends is having a conversation in a classroom, right? And I'm telling them a situation that happened with me and somebody else, and then somebody across the classroom, or like that's sitting at our table, decides they want to put their input in something. Like, first of all, was I talking to you? Second of all, is it your business? And like, okay, let me stop because at this point. Next, I hate pathological liars. If y'all don't know what that means, it means people who lie for no reason, people who lie for fun. Like, and I hate when people lie for little reasons. Like, if you lie to save yourself from getting in trouble, then that's a whole different thing. But like, if you lie over something small that wouldn't even cause a problem, or just lie to lie, like, why are you lying for? Like, I hate people who lie for no reason. Like, I could name a few, but we're not gonna go there. But why are you lying? Like, what do you get out of lying? Like, and people will start to catch on. Like, if you lie so much and then once you really say the truth, they're not gonna believe a word you say. But that's not the point. Like, what do you get out of lying? Like, I can't even explain that anymore. Because people lie for fun. Okay, I don't like when people try to throw shade behind jokes. Like, alright, I give you a pass if we close. Like, if you're my best friend, or I've known you, or like we like this, alright, we flame each other 24/7, I don't care. But if we like this, or we're not that close, or like I know of you, like, why are you trying to be shady? Like, if you got something to say, just say it. Let's say people get into an argument and they use something personal against you to clap back at you, or they use your insecurities to clap back at you. Like, nah, I see your true colors. Because like, if I told you something personal and I felt insecure about it, or whatever the case is, why are you using it against me? Like, but yeah. Next, I hear when people complain about being day room, or like, you know, all that stuff. First of all, the phone works both ways. You can't always expect me to text you first 24/7. If I don't text you first, you could text me first. But if you don't text me first, I could text you first. Like, the phone works both ways. Second of all, people have a life. They can't text you 24/7. And we need to normalize that. Because I feel like most people get that people have lives and they have stuff to do and they can't always text. But there's that 1% of people that just expect you to talk to them all the time and be like this close all the time. Like, that's not how it works. And again, if you want that person to text you bad, the phone works both ways. You can't always expect a first text. No. Next, I hate when people get overly angry for no reason, or just be overly sensitive. Like, it could be over a little joke that meant no harm, and like they would just get mad for no reason. Or like, you could do one little thing and they're just like explosion. Like, I get annoyed fast, but that's different from being angry. Like, even though I get annoyed, either 9 times out of 10 I'm joking, or I just am annoyed, but I don't show it. Like, I don't show my annoyance. I don't know if that's a word, but I don't show that I'm annoyed. So the most I'm gonna do when I'm annoyed is just be to myself. But if you blatantly getting angry over something small, you need to take a step back and think about what you're doing, because it's just unnecessary. Like, you're being dramatic for what? Next thing is close-minded people. That is something that just triggers me so bad. Like, let's say you in a situation with somebody, like, they just only think about their opinion. They only think about themselves, and like, whatever you say is wrong and whatever they say goes, or like they don't want to think about things in like a different perspective. Like you can't be closed-minded about things. Like you gotta think about different things from different perspectives, because like the other person's opinion could be better or could help you out in different ways that yours couldn't. Like you gotta think about different things outside the box and not just be to yourself and be selfish. Okay, so last thing I wanted to add first, like I'm not very controversial person. Like I feel like 100% of the time, like I will never let somebody take me on my character, or like I will never just sit there and have the energy to argue with somebody. Like I don't care that much to sit there like have a whole argument with you over something that will not matter in like 5 minutes. So yeah, but that's not the point of this. I wanted to add another point. When it comes to closed-minded people, to me, like it's not always like, oh, you should respect my opinion or like somebody else's opinion. A lot of the time I've noticed with closed-minded people that they would judge people off of like what they can and can't do, or what they look like, or like, you know, stuff like that. Like I hate when people can't seem to think outside the box and think of the reason why this is happening, or why they can't do this or do that, or why they look a certain way, or like, you know, stuff like that. Like I hate when people can't think of the bigger picture or dig deeper. Like if that's genuinely, like out of this whole thing, that's generally something that makes my blood boil. Like people can't use common sense, and people are so like selfish that like they can't just, bro, I could think of so many scenarios that will go to this topic right now. But yeah, I just wanted to add that when people can't think outside the box as to why things are happening, it's not just about opinions and like respecting other people's opinions. It's much more than that to close-minded people. The last thing I hate is toxic people. People who put you down for no reason, or people who feel the need to hurt your feelings, or like people who like are switchy, could be cursing you out one time and then the next time they're all lovey-dovey and expect you to be 100% on their side. And then I hate when people fail to notice that they're the problem. Like that's just on a whole different level. Like you need to understand that, alright, the other person may be the cause to the problem, and like you have your reasons, but 9 times out of 10 you're 100% the problem. And a lot of people who are toxic fail to realize it. And if you notice that you one of these people or have one of these traits, please fix it, because I know I'm not the only one who feels some type of way about these certain things. So yeah, that's all I had to say for this video. It just came to me within like a good amount of time, because I knew everything I wanted to say already. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. All my social media will be on the screen and linked in the description. The shout out goes to, if for a chance to get a shout out in my next video, all you have to do is comment down below #LEEGANG or something nice, and you for sure get a shout out in my next video. Also, one of these videos coming up, I have a new intro and outro for the month of March and April. So yeah, I'll be having a new intro every 2 months. So yeah.